So many times what in the cities generally by seeing another person, generally they choose the dog breed. This is one aspect. Second is just they want to have a dog, so that's why they choose the dog. Third is just they want to keep it dog as a status symbol. They may not have any emotional attachment, still they want to keep it in their house or in their premises. These are the common situations. But still there are many owners who prefer to have dogs for the sake of companion. Companion does not mean that he is alone or he is a single. Maybe whole family is there, but still they want dog as a companion. Sometimes people also may choose to have their dog predominantly for the guarding purpose. Means companion becomes secondary, guardian becomes primary. Sometimes people may keep it for the emotional needs, particularly those who are disheartened due to some sad incidents. And it can be death of relatives or wife, husband, whatever it may be. Due to some emotional breakdowns, people will go under the depression. Such people, they may keep the dog for the sake of emotional needs. Medical theory means here many people may undergo some depressions by birth or by virtue of their growing stage. Okay, sometimes they may be handicapped. There could be so many medical issues, and such people also they might try to keep the dog breeds. Okay? But factors in selecting the dog should not be a single factor. Okay, it should be suit to your temperament. Suppose you have chosen a dog for the guarding purpose. Okay, by virtue of that dog breed, it is known for the guarding purpose. That's okay. But that also should suit to your temperament. Okay, it's not that dog is best for the guarding purpose. That's why you are maintaining. That should also suit your temperament. That's really important. Suit to your lifestyle. Suppose if you're keeping one dog breed, which is hairy breed, it can be poodle, it can be Maltese, okay, it can be Spitz, it can be Pomeranian, it can be golden retriever. All these are hairy breeds. Some people may not like at all shedding of hair coat everywhere within the house, on the sofa, on the dining table, on the hall. They may not like it. So that's why that should suit to your lifestyle also. And you have chosen the large breeds, it may not suit to your space requirement what you have. You are staying in the small apartment, but you have chosen a big dog breed. It really territorial animals. Okay, first point, whether it is a smaller breed, because naturally larger breeds they want more space. That also you should look into matter. Who will take care? This is very unique things. It's most of the times they bring the dog to their home out of craziness. Okay. Once after bringing to their home, then they realize that there are so many essential needs of the dog should be fulfilled by you. It can be giving of food at right time. It can be grooming. It can be walking. Okay. It can be bathing. It can be many factors. Okay. So there really needs some time from your end also in addition to have a just company. Okay. So suppose someone demands in your house, maybe young children, they may demand the dog. Okay. But they may not realize the responsibility. That is also there. Okay, they have brought the dog, but they're least bothered about the feeding the dog. Sometimes whole family members has to go outside and nobody is there to take care of that dog. Sometimes you may have to, too frequently, you may have to go out of your house. At that time, who will take it? Those things, they may not take it seriously before bringing the dog. Once after bringing that, they realize that it's really not an easy task. So that's why who will take care of that dog, that should be decided well in advance. Okay? Then whether everyone is willing, because one of the family members may like to have a dog, but other members, they don't like it, then the dog will have that partiality. Okay, someone treats very well, someone may not treat the dog very well. So that's why everyone is willing to have the dog or not, that's very, very important. And also should fit into your surroundings. Sometimes in the apartment, there are some guidelines. Some apartments, they don't allow at all to keep the dog in the apartment. They may not allow at all. And sometimes in the whole street also, they may avoid it. If at all, if you have a dog, then it should be kept in the house. It's not that you are just keeping your dog and you are offering feed outside your home, and it may not palatable to other people also. So that's why these factors are really a serious factors which has to be taken care before bringing dog to your home. Okay. Then another with Indian context. So this is very specifically for the metropolitan cities, whatever I told. Okay, for Indian context, typically rural areas. Okay, people may keep the dog for vague purpose, not so precisely like what we see in the metropolitan cities. Okay, so they may keep the dog as a house dog. Means that dog has a liberty to come inside your home or within the home. Okay, and also outside. Equally, that liberty it has. But sometimes people may not like to have their dogs well within their house, only outside the house. Okay. So they are called dog households. Here people in village, they keep selected dogs or sometimes process the local and exotic breeds, but they allow some freedom to movement and spend in equal time indoor and outdoor. Like in case of house dog, most of the time they will be inside. Okay. In case of dog households, mostly they spend outside, but they have liberty to come inside their house. Yard dogs means they don't have a liberty to come inside. They most of the times only they live in the kitchen garden or their outhouse or wherever it may be. Nomads means there is no ownership. So when dog comes, you know that pretty well that 9 o'clock you may offer something like bread, milk, biscuit. They will come exactly at 9 o'clock, they have it and they go, they spend some time and they go. Okay, so they are called nomads. So this also a situation where in the rural area decides whether the people really wants to have dog specific breed or not. Okay. See, once you decide to have a dog, see, first one was to have a dog, this one. Okay. So now we decide to have a dog based on your requirement. Okay. Then other questions comes. Okay. Whether to have a pedigree dog or mongrel. Mongrel means it is a mixture. Here I given mongrels are the stray dogs found. Okay. So they may not have a typical pedigree, or you can say the background, okay, which is mother, what is the mother, what is father, previous 3 generation. Pedigree means 3 generations generally will have a record. So mongrels means they know there is no record, but they are also equally good dogs. Okay, whether you want simply a street dogs or you want to really have a pedigree dog. Okay, that's for another question you have to decide. Pedigree dog naturally they are costly. Mongrels means wherever they give birth to pups, so you can choose one and you can start rearing at your home. Okay. And whether you want large, hairy breed, ferocious, ugly looking, good looking dogs. Okay. Many people also prefer ugly looking dogs, particularly like bulldog, boxer, rottweiler. So they really not look. It may not be ugly to owner, but at least by and large for the other people or as a stranger, they look very ferocious, but at least not attractive. Okay. So before going to near to the dog, people will think twice. Okay. But for many of the dogs, which generally liked by many people, like golden retriever, okay, Pomeranian, Spitz, GST, Doberman. So generally, the moment they see the dogs, at least they will wish the dog, they will pat the dog, they may offer something like that. Okay. So they like that, depend upon situation. So now once you have chosen the type of dog, okay, pedigree or mongrel, okay. So next question comes whether you want to have adult or pup. Generally, it's well known fact that puppies are always preferred because you can make some emotional bondage or you can say attachment when you start rearing at the very age. Particularly when you bring your pup, mostly it is 1 month old. Okay. So in that situation, so you can have an emotional attachment or bondage with the owners during their growth period. Okay. But sometimes situation may demand that you may have to bring the adult. Okay. Like in case of pup means, so generally you are decided to have a pup. Okay. It's only for the sake of, there is no specific objective like you want to have earn money or you want to breed the dog. You don't have any objective such objective. Naturally, you prefer to have a pup because even it takes another 1 year to become adult, it's okay for you. But for a breeder, suppose I am a breeder and I have constructed in a small kennel, naturally I'll try to bring the breedable dogs. Okay, so you prefer to have a adult animal only. Suppose I have constructed an house outside the city. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that there is a security issue over there. So I will not take a chance to rear my pup and make it adult. I'll try to bring an adult dog which is abandoned or it may be well grown or it is grown by the owner, but later he has given to the kennel club for the rearing because he has left the country or for so many other reasons. Sometimes they leave the dog, though there's good dogs, but still they don't have it due to some other reasons. So they will give to any shelters by paying some amount and per day basis and they get, and that's dogs also you can adapt very well. Okay. So for those who feel security issues, immediately they want to have a adult animals. Even those for the breeders also, they will try to have a adult. Otherwise, the most preferred and recommended is bringing pup to your house. Next comes male or female. So there is a typical liking by most of the owner to have female dog because they are mostly docile. This is one reason. Okay. At the same time, whenever there is a breeding season, always there is a possibility of bleeding. So sometimes it may spoil the house and it may sometimes it create a nuisance. If at all, if they prefer to have female, then they go for this spaying or you can say neutering. Okay. So in that case, female is strongly recommended. So if you don't want to have any much complication, bring the male. It is acceptable by the every family member. So again, there is a liking. Even though you feel that female bringing to your home, okay, may not be issue, means you can very well bring. So there is a typically sex, but otherwise, for as a pet animals and you don't want to breed your dog, so female is recommended after spaying. Okay, male means always it is a dominating nature. Always it is a little bit ferocious compared to female. Whenever small kids are there, so male will try to make a little bit dominance. Even it will not, the dominantism, it doesn't mean that it will try to dominate you, but at least it shows sudden unpredictable behavior by the male, but it is not so in case of female. Okay, so that based on your requirement, you can choose whether you want male or female. Next, one or two. So this purely option. See, offering having one pup in the house is also not an easy task. One is because of cost of rearing. Okay, having a dog in the house means certainly it needs extra expenditure, okay, in any sense. Second is it needs quality time to your dog. And in that situation, if you are not able to manage, you cannot have two. But certainly you're a typically animal lover, pet owner, you have a space and you want to have more number of animals in your, because you are practically you are attached to these animals, you can have more than one also. But as and when you decide to have more than one, generally it is recommended to have a same category. Either you can have two breeds of the same category, means two breeds of toy nature, two breeds of the large nature or medium dogs. Not like one small and big. It's always compatibility issue will be there. Okay. But many times they will adapt also. There is no problem. But certainly for an owner, having two different natured animals together is difficult. Okay. So if at all, if you want to have, then you can have of the same category or same breed or same age group. That is always recommended. First point is you should bear in mind that it needs extra expenditure. So that is really an important issue. See, as and when dogs are fine, okay, it's only just offering a pedigree feed or kennel feed, whatever it may be, royal kennel feed. It may not look very costly. But the moment dogs becomes more than 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, certainly having dog is really difficult. It's really, treatment cost is very high, particularly in the metropolitan cities. Okay, so that's why you should think twice. At that time, when you keep your dog for more than 8 years, certainly you develop some attachment. You can ignore, or you cannot ignore also. You need to address the health issues. So that's why having one or two, you should make sure that you are in a capacity or affordable situation. Choice of breed. Suppose if you have chosen to have a only Mudolon or GST, all other factors just like that they nullify, because you have already a liking for a particular breed without any specific objective. You don't want to have a complaint. Simply you like this particular breed. For any other complications, you are ready to compromise. Okay. So in that case, there is no question of other factors which interfere. Okay. So just simply choose your dog. Okay. Breed, and you can continue to have your dog in your home. Okay. But whenever you choose a dog, okay, these also play a major role. Okay, already I discussed what hound means, working gun dog terrier, which already we discussed previously, okay, with Leti tag. So that also you should keep it in mind. Many people, they all take it in right. Those who have really exposure on dog keeping, so they think twice. Only few people, they may not realize, first bring the dog, then later they repent. Okay, that should not happen. Okay? So now, based on your interest, based on your purpose, based on your capacity, okay, you have chosen the breed or you have chosen the type of breed, whatever it is. Now we have come to a conclusion that I want to have a dog. Okay. So irrespective of breed, now we have to procure the animal. Okay. Where to procure the animal? There is another question. Okay. So earlier it used to be very complicated job. Getting a good breed, particularly pedigree breeds, it was a difficult task. But nowadays, due to social media, because of internet, because of connectivity. So you can very well explore the possibility of getting the best breed, okay, within the city. Only thing is that you have to explore it, nothing else, okay. So first and easiest way is to explore from the local breeder, because you will give too many options, okay. So that is why, suppose if you want to buy a pup, first you can choose the local breeder. Many people are there who have registered for the breeding purpose, and they will be available either in the website, this animal welfare board website, okay, it will be registered, or else through any connectivity, you can explore the breeder and you can get that. One more option is dog show. So there will be ongoing many dog shows at the level, Tatuk level, district level, okay, different cities. There also you can visit. Many people will be coming with a lot of advertisement. So there also it is easy to choose. Third is through magazines. Okay? So wherever you feel convenient, okay, or wherever you feel that it is economical, wherever you feel that surety is there, so you can go ahead and you can get the dog. So now you have decided to buy a puppy, okay, either from the local breeder or through dog show or through advertisement. Okay, advertisement also again you will be visiting to a owner only. Okay. So once you want to buy, then there are some factors which you have to consider. Okay. So many times, so these breeders, particularly commercial breeder, many things they don't explain to you. Rather, they'll hide the matter. Okay. So you yourself has to be a little bit cautious or educated while purchasing a pup. Okay. What are those points? Before approaching a local breeder, you should know the kind of dog to purchase, because he may brainwash you. Suppose he is a breeder, presently he has a German Shepherd, he has a Doberman, but you are going with some other breed he does not have. He will try to brainwash you. No, no, this is best breed, so that breed has so many issues. He will try to confuse you. Okay. If you are focused on particular breed, then you should be focused on a particular breed only. After going there, then you should not change the mind. Okay. Pups should be from the registered parents, and these pups should also be eligible for the registration for these pups under the KCI. Okay. So generally, to keep a dog, it is not mandated to register. This point is very clear. Okay. Suppose you don't want to participate anywhere in the dog show or anywhere in the official program, your dog may not require to register. But if at all, if you want to have dog and also breed, not as a typical commercial purpose. Okay. Commercial purpose means you plan just like what we do in the commercial dairy farm, sheep farm, or like that only breeder will plan, and they will try to have a maximum focus and they will try to dispose. But many times you have a female and your friend or you have somebody else, neighbor or any third person as a male of the same breed, you can make an MOU, understanding, memorandum of understanding you can make, okay? So that male will be brought for the breeding and that male owner will get one pup and some token amount. This is a very common trend generally. Suppose I have a female dog and somebody else has a male dog. Okay. So I will take my female dog to the male dog for the breeding purpose, and I will make some negotiation or agreement that I may have to pay 5,000 rupees to him as a token amount. Additionally, I am bound to give one pup or whatever you make a deal. Okay. So after getting pups, so one pup will be given back and rest you can collect. So with that, you may not earn too much of money, but at least you have maintenance cost will be borne. So like that, although many people they does it. Okay. So in that situation, though you may not participate in the dog show, but still, whenever you breed your dog and you want to further sell it, then you may dog has to be registered. Okay. So in that case, these things are very, very important. So when you want to purchase, better to purchase from the registered owner only. Pup should be from the dewormed and vaccinated batch. Suppose if you are purchasing the little later stage, not at the pup stage, in that case, you should have been put vaccination for the required disease. Okay. If you are purchasing at pup stage or like that, then it's your moral responsibility to go for the vaccination, whatever the vaccination which to be done at the desirable age. But if you're purchasing later stage, then you should make sure that those dogs have been vaccinated. Pup should be preferably above 6 months, because during which required much migration fruits. Means what I mean to say is that suppose if you are trying to purchase later stage, then whatever the food habits he has developed. Because many owners they try to raise the dog based on the vegetables only. They may not offer even egg also. They may not offer even non-vegetarian also. So then again, changing from that pattern to another pattern is little difficult. Okay, so that has to be well taken care of. Pup should be healthy. If pup is not from the dewormed or vaccinated bitch, if it is not vaccinated, okay, so then it should be vaccinated from your end. Okay, so if it is below 6 weeks, it's a very ideal stage to purchase the dog. In that case, you should make sure that that has been vaccinated. Only you need to do booster dose. Pup should have been breed characteristic. Pup should be healthy. Okay, it should be alert. It should be bright, and body coat should be uniform and grassy. So why these 4-5 points we are telling is, suppose if you have pups, okay, which is GST, and you have a street dog, that is also, if you keep it together, you don't feel any difference at all. All dog breeds, whether toy breed, local breed, mongrel, whatever you bring all the pups together and you keep it as a 1 liter, it's very, very difficult to identify the owner. Rather, the dam line or mother, okay, they look very beautiful at that time. Okay, so even if you take a German Shepherd pup, okay, it looks like just like a very typical weak street dog when it is in pup stage. Only when they become adult, they typically that hair coat, typical long hair, okay, droopiness of the body, all they are visible only in the later stage. But when they're in the younger, they look like a typical local street dog only. So that's why we should make sure that such characters are clearly visible. Particularly some of the breeds, they have got some weakness. Like whenever people want to purchase particular GST, so they are known for hip dysplasia conditions, and that is genetic also, hereditary also. So people will go for the X-ray test, and if there is no such abnormal condition, then only go for the purchase. If you are not aware of it, you may purchase later stage, you may suffer also. So like that, you may also look for some inherited abnormalities, whether such pups have it or not. Okay. Second, why this eyes should be bright and clean means eyes are open, but they may be blind also. Okay, so that's why you should look for the alertness. You should look for the alertness. So now you have purchased the dog. Either that previous owner can purchase and register and give. Either the previous owner can help in registering your dog breed, or else suppose you have already one registered dog and you have a litter. Like suppose you have a Labrador, it has given birth to 5 pups, then this proforma has to be filled. So this proforma has to be filled. Okay, see application for the registration, more than one dog from the same litter. That's what I told you. Suppose you already registered dog, now your pup has to be registered as a single litter. Okay, their individual numbers are not coming. So first and foremost thing is this, you can do it. Later stage, you can do it individually as a single dog. Okay.